Okay, so we've been occupying the Human Resources Department of the University of Birmingham today. We've been here for about 4 hours now. Basically, we're here to opposing the redundancy of Dr Jose Nafafe, tutor in ethnicities in the Sociology Department in the College of Social Sciences. He's already faced his redundancy panel and they've decided to make him redundant. But the whole sort of thing is an absolute travesty. He's the only permanent member of staff at the university in the department who's teaching ethnicities. So when or if he leaves, there won't be any long-term provision for this part of the course. He's the only permanent ethnic minority member of staff in the department, and the University of Birmingham is currently facing a crisis of diversity in the fact that only 1.5% of the staff are black, lecturing staff are black at this university, and less than 10% of senior management are black. It completely shows like a massive sort of disrespect to sort of like the students and the staff like involved, the way that this sort of the whole thing has been handled. They've been lying to students from the outset, basically saying that he never taught ethnicities, despite having taught at any one point taught on every single module involved in the ethnicities course. He has also written his biography on the university website that he was appointed to a lectureship in sociology in 2006. So when we pointed that out to the management, instead of admitting they were lying, they just erased all memory of it in the first place. And so we think this shows like a complete, basically, lack of respect. The whole sort of way that they dealt with redundancy has been completely sort of a massive fuck-up, essentially. They included him in a media, culture and society stream when actually he's a sociology lecturer, and so he shouldn't have been considered for redundancy in the first place. And so we think this is a big problem, and there's been lots of students out here and we've had lots of support over the last few months. So we want the university to realise that we're taking this very seriously, alongside all the other redundancies lined up for the university.
Yeah, it's important to remember that this isn't something which is happening in isolation. Like, this is just one of many redundancies which is happening across the university. We're seeing cuts to courses, to departments, loss of module choices, and real detriment to the quality of education that students are receiving at Birmingham when they're paying even more for it. So, for example, this is all happening in the light of the IAA closure as well, where there are 17 staff being made redundant too. And this occupation hasn't come out of nowhere either. This has been a sustained campaign, and which we have tried many tactics and which we have very gradually escalated. But the university have refused to listen to the various protests that we've made so far, and so we have felt that the next stage, in a logical escalation campaign, was to occupy. And we have occupied the Human Resources Office, which is obviously related to the redundancies here. And we've managed to stop work here for the rest of the afternoon. We understand that the university is effectively refusing to negotiate with us. And although we would welcome that, this occupation has achieved more than that by causing disruption itself. We hope that this is an impetus for UCU's campaign, and we want the university to engage with UCU and to reverse the decision that they have made to make Jose redundant. And we want to make it clear to the university that if they continue to enforce compulsory redundancies on other members of staff in other departments or in this department, then they're going to see similar campaigns. Students will not stand for this. We will oppose the cuts and the systematic attacks that our management are making to students and the quality of education they're receiving. They cannot get away with this, and this occupation will not be the last.